All of them was trying to direct Job. And it wasn't working when God came along. See, because at the time Elihu come along and the second and third friend come along, by that time there'd been another conversation between Satan and God, and he said, still consider my son Job. And then come along the boils. All right. At first, it was the attacking the family and the possessions. But the second time he was attacked, it became personal. The Bible says that the boils were so bad that he would sit and scrape them to try to get relief. That would hurt.
Oh my God.
Yet he stood firm. He did a little complaining. And he got to the point where he was asking God, saying, it would be better that you just took me. That was a sign of disobedience. Only when God spoke to him in Job 38, he answers him. If you want to look it up, you can look it up. And Job 42, he repents. That's what it took. Correction. He repents. And all this portion is done. I still wouldn't want to go through what Job went through. There's people out there who will say, the Bible was made by man, and this and that. And now, this word of God is true. It was inspired by God Almighty. It took how many years? Hundreds, thousands of years. And I still, this is what we have. This is what we have that's actually translated. And we've had this for quite a while. But I still believe that there is more that could be out there that hasn't been translated or found yet. But this is as complete as we have. And this is enough. So maybe that's why the rest isn't translated and put in here. Because, God, that was good. Can I say that again? This is enough.
Amen.
Yes. Go ahead.
Amen.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
This is the direction. And as long as I'm obedient to Him and I do His will, not my will, but His will, I follow the path that He's set for my feet. He directs each and every one of our paths. He's set a path in front of us. He's set us on a course. Our time on earth is short. There's people living to be over 100 years old, but really in reality, that's nothing compared to God's time. That's but a breath. But He set us on a path, and we're to follow that path. Each and every one of us have one. And if we don't know what it is, seek Him, get in the direction book, and you will find the answer. Sometimes He'll even send you a dream. He'll send you a vision. Something will just drop into your spirit. I was sharing with, I don't even remember who now, but I hate missing church because this is where I get fed.
Yes.
This is my filling station where I kind of get rejuvenated, because through the week, let me tell you, the devil attacks you and attacks you and attacks you and attacks you. By the time Sunday comes around, you're just so wore out and you just feel completely whooped.
Yep.
And hungry.
You kind of like want to sit there and don't even want to, and you're too tired to even lift your arm up. You need rejuvenated.
Amen.
So I come here to the filling station to get filled back up
That's right. Thank you.
Amen.
so that I can go on the rest of the week.
Do it all over.
Praise God. But I felt so bad for missing church Sunday. I really did. Abby and I'm not boasting. Don't take this as me boasting for doing something for God, because I'm not boasting about nothing. I'm telling you what took place. This church needs a lot of work done on it. Abby and I had come over. I got up at like 5 in the morning Saturday. Abby was up before me. And we got over here about 10:30, 11:30, somewhere around there. And we spent 17 and a half hours here
God bless you.
fixing that bathroom floor and hooking that toilet up.
Amen.
I was beat,
Thank you.
totally beat.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
But I did it not for me. I didn't even do it. I'm sorry, don't take offense. I didn't even do it for you.
Right?
Even though y'all use it, I didn't do it for you. I did it for him. I saw a need. God dropped that vision into me to see a need.
Amen. Amen.
He directed me. He directed me to fulfill that need. It was a task that had to be done. I did it.
And we thank you.
There was a little extra disaster that had happened when we first started. We thought, well, it's just a pipe. We're just going to fix the pipe and it'll be all right. And just this little piece by the toilet might be a little rotted. And it'll be all right. We can fix
And
that.
the whole thing was,
And we pulled that carpet back. It was Abby says, oh, Lord, we done opened up a can of worms.
yep. Yep.
I mean, these crazy people that put that in there, they had the beams cut slap in half. How that was, I know how. God.
Grace of God.
God was the only reason that thing stayed up as long as it did.
He was watching over us.
So 17 and a half hours. We get home, it's like 5:30 in the morning. Tim left like 10 minutes. So if he looked a little tired last week, he was tired, trust me. He left about 10 minutes before we did. But we were obedient.
Yeah.
We seen a task and we had to complete that task so that the service could go on the following morning. I set the clock. I told Tim I'll set the clock. I didn't hear that clock. I slept till almost 4:30
In the afternoon.
Sunday and afternoon. Easter's almost over. And the first thing when I got up, the devil was telling me, you done missed church.
Go hit the internet.
He trying to put a guilt trip on me.
Sure enough.
He was trying to get me to feel bad.
Amen.
And he almost succeeded because I really was starting to feel, I hate missing church. Like I said, I hate it. But I went to the Father.
Amen. Thank you, Lord. That's right.
Absolutely.
God bless you.
And he dropped this word into me. Faithful.
Amen. That's right.
Good.
And when that word dropped into me, the weight just lifted
That's
off
right.
me.
That's right.
I no longer felt guilty for missing.
Amen. Amen.
Because he was telling me that even though I missed that service, I was still faithful.
That's right.
Yeah.
I completed the task
Word of God.
that was set before me. There was a need, and there's a lot of things that need fixed and stuff, and, you know, I step up, I see it, I do it. It's just what God puts in me. Jesus was a carpenter.
There you go.
I'm not claiming to be a carpenter, but I sure do my best to patch things up,
Yeah.
get them functional, so that the word can still go out.
Yes.
We're thankful for that.
So let's be obedient
Amen.
and follow direction and take correction with us.